It's the beginning of a new week. Hey, Soapbox Nation. Thank you for joining me for episode 71. I'm your host, Matt Morgan, for Soapbox Daily, and thanks for tuning in today. Today, we're going to start a, kind of a weekly series when it comes to, we're going to pick a particular topic or a subject matter, I guess, and it has a lot of parts to it that we can discuss. So randomly, we might turn it into a regular thing, but randomly, we're going to do a whole week-long series of shows, just from the Monday to Friday of that week, on a particular area of topics. And this week, we're going to start out with Bad Drivers Week. So this is going to be Bad Drivers Week 1. And we're going to start the day off today with the first series of topics within this topic of Bad Drivers Week. And it's going to be called Signals, Blinkers, and Lanes. Oh my. That is what we're going to talk about for Bad Drivers Week 1. And it's going to be, just a recap for some. Not everybody does this, but what we're going to be discussing during this week, you do it about 90% of the time, you're good. But there's people that just don't know, are ignorant or whatever when it comes to driving. So this is going to be a refresher for some. It's going to be a big educational lesson for others. And for the last, bit of people, maybe just they don't know. I don't know. But let's get into this. Signals, blinkers, and lanes. Oh my. All right. Let's start off, of course, as we always do, because it is the beginning of a new week. Let's start off with, hey, how is your integrity today? How has your integrity been on the weekend? Did you have a good integrity weekend? Did you be the positive change the world needs? How are you starting off your Monday? Is it just the same? Doing the right thing? Leading the example? That's up to you. And also, hey, please check out getoffmysoapbox.com for more information on all our shows. Check out the FAQ section, and our contacts are on there as well. So let's get into today's show. Signals, blinkers, and lanes. Oh my. The turn signal of your car, the turn signals are an essential safety device that allows you to communicate your intentions to other drivers. That's the whole purpose of the signal, to communicate with other drivers. An increasing number of people are failing to use their indicators, and this is causing a growing number of accidents all the time, every day, every year. Using your turn signals is not only the safe thing to do, but it is also legally, just so those of you that don't know, it is legally required. The law also specifies the distance before your intended maneuver that you must activate them. Knowing the right way to use your turn signals need not to be a burden. Using them should be an automatic habit. Just automatically, so you don't even have to think about it when you're driving. Even those people that are doing what they shouldn't be doing, this should be, boom, automatic. Just do it. I'll tell you, I used to be a smoker, and I didn't always have the best, balance of driving things. But here's the thing. I used to smoke, have a cigarette, drive a standard as well, balance all this while driving, and always use my turn signal. About 99% of the time. And the thing is that people don't know when to use turn signals. Not everybody does. Some do. They figure it's just when you're physically turning in a 45-degree angle, but that's not the case. Your turn signal is pretty simple to locate. Your turn signal on most vehicles is located on a short lever attached to the side of the steering wheel column. By pulling the lever down, you activate the signals on the right side of the car, and vice versa. By pushing up, you activate to go the other way. Not rocket science, but let me just go a little further into this. When you should use your turn signals. Use your turn signals or a hand signal, even if for some reason you don't want to press that little or, hit that little lever when you're doing any of the following. And listen closely, because some of you are not getting this. This is when you use your turn signal. Making a left or right-hand turn at an intersection. That's the common one. Entering a driveway or parking lot on either side of the road. Parking on the side of the road. Pulling over to the side of the road. Changing lanes. Passing another vehicle on the road. Merging with traffic when entering a roadway. When leaving a roundabout. Even if there's no other vehicles or pedestrians in the area, you should use your turn signals. There may be traffic you cannot see, and using them should be a habit in every situation. Yeah, so when no one's around, just use them automatically. You train your brain to just do it. I mean, when to turn on your turn signals? Pretty simple. You turn on your signals, with enough indication for people to know, okay? Enough indication, not the last second, not while you're in the turn lane, plenty of time before you even get into the turn lane, plenty of time before you even get to the point where you're going to turn, you let people know. And to make it even simpler, I'm gonna dumb this down just a little for some people. If you are changing any direction other than straight, use your turn signal. Some people are only using your turn signal. Say you're in the right-hand lane, you're going to the left-hand lane, they'll turn the turn signal on and just, indicate, okay, I'm going to the far left lane, which is usually the fast lane in North America. And then they'll forget when they're switching back to the other lane, to the right lane, that they should be putting the turn signal on again. That's one thing I've noticed a lot of. But make it simple. If you are going in any other direction other than straight, use your turn signal. And not the last second, with plenty of time beforehand to let other drivers know what the hell you're doing. I know, it's difficult. And another thing, a bonus thing I want to actually mention on this one when it comes to turn signals, because that's a huge pet peeve for me, turn signals. Call me a Karen, call me a Kevin, call me whatever you want. I really don't care. It's driving is a privilege, not a right. Keep that in mind, right? It is illegal if you do not do this, and you can get fined, and you can get you can get actual serious punishments for not using your signal. So use your turn signal. As a bonus, one other thing I do want to mention, be aware of the actual lanes that you're in when you get to intersections. Don't make your own turn lane. Look at the road, look at the signs, know that the lane that you're in is a turn lane. Don't make your own lane because it's convenient for you. If it's not a turn lane, it's a straight lane. And if it's a straight lane, don't decide you're going to make a turn, because that's unsafe. Because if there's a car on the other side of the intersection and they're trying to make a right turn, they're not expecting you to try to make your own turn lane. Also, when you turn at an intersection, you always go to the innermost lane. If you're turning right, you stick to the right. You don't just scoot over to the left lane, and vice versa. If you're turning left, stick to the closest left. The turn, the bend, don't scoot over to the right. Elementary. Use your brain. Okay, so that's the thing. I want to start out with signals. It's a big thing. If you're going in any other direction but straight, you use your turn signal and make it automatic. Whether people are around or not, just do it. That your brain just does it, and you automatically drive. For the those of us that have been driving forever, not a big deal. We just do it. All right. So that's it for today's show. I want to start off a Monday with a bang, and this is, of course, our first episode for Bad Drivers Week, or Bad Drivers Week number 1. We will, of course, in the future have more weeks and probably longer episodes. Will depend, because, that's a pain in my existence when it comes to bad drivers. There's so many people that need to really smarten up. Otherwise, I just think they should lose their licenses, frankly. We don't need that uncertainty and unsafe, reckless people on the road. All right, I'm your host, Matt Morgan. I hope you have a terrific Monday going forward. I hope it's an amazing start to the week, an amazing day, recovering from the weekend and back to the grind. And thank you very much for listening. Please check out our website, getoffmysoapbox.com. Also over on Twitter @MadSoapbox. That is it for today. Hope you have yourself an amazing Monday moving forward, and I will see you next episode.